This lady said using this satanic device is giving her tons of money and job opportunities and stuff. Like, are you serious?
To the tune of $20,000. I own an IT company, and we've been pitching a bunch of deals lately. And the next day after I used the luck one, we won 2 deals, high 6 figures, under 7 figures. I was able to figure out a way to settle over $3 million worth of debt.
I've noticed that since I've been using the infinite frequencies, I've attracted money into my life, and it's coming now in many different areas that I would never have expected.
Things just started lining up for me. It was just one thing as some unexpected financial things that got secured for me, some investments that absolutely took off, some opportunities, one after the other.
On the abundance side, a tremendous amount of opportunities been popping up on the real estate side for us. Also, different opportunities just expanding and growing, and it's amazing what's happening.
Somebody that I had wanted to work with, they had been on my vision board for the last 5 or 6 years, and they were like, "Oh, I'll introduce you, and you guys should get together and write and board stuff." So that was something that popped up. I was like, it was interesting, that happened out of nowhere.
We put one that's called abundance and prosperity. There's so much cash flow happening.
What we are keep playing is called money and called abundance business. This has been creating a lot of miracles since we had it 3 days ago.
Quantum frequencies have changed my life. The emotional and mental support that is given me to be able to break mental barriers, unconscious, emotional patterning and belief systems has just been phenomenal.
I got a call out of the blue from someone that I assumed had been referred to me. "Can you just tell me who referred you to me?" And she said, "No one referred me to you." And I said, "Oh, you must have seen me from the TV show." And she said, "You're on a TV show? I have no idea. If you're just looking for a real estate agent, there's thousands of responses that you can get from Google. So the only way I could correlate it is that within using the frequency and then having that phone call."
This financial situation came up where it was owed in upwards of $3 or $4 million. I've been playing the luck booster a lot. I'm doing all the abundance frequencies all the time. I was able to figure out a way to settle over $3 million worth of debt.
Since I've been using the electromagnetic energy, I've manifested a lot of abundance in a very short period of time.
I attract a lot of abundance.
It's weird. Like, you'd think this little device is just snake oil, you know? You would think that there's nothing to it. Oh, it's just a scam. But listen to the demonic stuff they're talking about. Frequencies, attracting money, and their vision boards, and the fact that someone was brought to you even though there's no way they even know you exist because the demons put messages in their head through this device. This is nuts, man. This is really scary. Because back when I was lost and I was being tormented by demons and I was trying to kill myself every day because I was beyond miserable, I was desperate for relief. I would have tried anything, and I did try just about everything. Everything I could afford, I tried. Okay, and even things I couldn't afford, my insurance would pay for and stuff. You know, I did everything I could to try to get rid of the depression and stuff. And depression was too much for me to get rid of, but now through Jesus Christ, depression is nothing. You know, I mean, it's incredible how heavy depression was. It was like a mountain was on top of me and it was impossible to move. And then through Jesus Christ, he acts like it's as light as a feather and he can just blow it off my shoulder and it's nothing, you know? And now I'm like, psh, depression? Big deal. Who cares about depression, you know? But, yeah, if I was still back where I was watching this, I would have definitely clicked on this ad, been like, oh, I hope it's not too expensive. Oh, I hope I can afford it. And even if it was a few $100s or something, I would try to budget or ask to borrow money from somebody. I would have been so desperate to try this device so it would help me somehow. Either, like, give me enough money so that I can afford other things to help me with my depression. Like, I remember there's this gigantic frame that you're supposed to put around your bed, and it's like this giant pyramid, basically, that you're sleeping in. It's supposed to help you with all kinds of issues. Like, I wanted to buy that, but it was like, I don't know if it was between $10,000 and $30,000 or something ridiculous. You know, so I would have gotten this device to help me in all kinds of ways. So this is just so messed up. This is another way, just another way, as if we don't have enough as it is, just another way for Satan to loose demons on you.
attracted the right people to me, attracted the right opportunities, and I started to have more intuition about when to take action, when not to take action, who to work with, who not to work with, which direction to take my business, and so on.
And everybody's so happy when people come in our home to feel that abundance, they receive that cash flow, so they all are creating the same cash flow as we do.
Well-known people are coming to me now out of the blue, and I'm working on all these different projects, and I never looked for any of this stuff.
So far, so good, David. I'm impressed. This is money well spent. It is time well spent.
But it's weird. It's kind of like how God attracts people to me, and how God attracts me to people and stuff like that. And, it's just the satanic version of the Holy Spirit is basically what they're talking about. They're saying it's giving me intuition and, this discernment and this knowledge I just didn't normally have, and they're making it sound so good. And it's weird, like, I could be saying basically the exact same stuff they're saying about Jesus Christ. And yet, if I'm standing to the left and then these people are standing to the right and we're both saying the exact same thing, getting the exact same result, however, they want you to buy some garbage, some satanic garbage, and yet I'm telling you about Jesus Christ who is completely free, guess what? There might be two people at my line, but there's going to be a line across town for them. Because people have itchy ears and people have heard about Jesus through their whole life. And they don't believe it. They think it sounds silly, and I get it. Holding a physical device as a human being where everything in life is physical, everything's about what you can see and what you can touch and what you can smell and what you can taste, well, yeah, people are going to want to have something they can hold to help them. The idea of someone who was supposed to be God manifest in the flesh, they lived and then they died, but they're somehow still alive, but they're not here, and you can't see them, and they're supposed to somehow fix things for you, like that's just too complicated for people. So give them the satanic knickknack. They prefer that, and they'd rather go to hell. And that's the world we're living in. That's the world we're living in. You just want to empty your mind and meditate and manifest your healing energy from the cosmos and the Reiki healing energy from the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon and the little boy blue and the man in the moon. And people are like, oh yes, you're so wise. Oh my goodness. I finally I've had downloads, I've had spiritual downloads, and I manifest. I don't know, it's so stupid.